Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my roll the dice with a dash of chaos April TBR. I hope you don't mind my voice. I am just starting to get sick, so I'm filming a lot today, which I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but so I have content to put up over the next week or so, depending on how sick I get. My TBR game is kind of convoluted when I first try to explain it, but it is inspired by Jessie Mae and It Was a Life of Lit, and she has changed her channel name. I will have it down below. I kind of combined their TBR game ideas and came up with a bit of a roll the dice game of my own. If you're new here, hello, my name is Emily. This is MacInnis Mama, where you will find mostly bookish content. It's actually been a very, very long time since I've posted anything but bookish content, but this is my second channel and kind of my catch-all for my other interests. So every once in a while I pop in a different type of video just to keep the creative juices flowing. If I want to post something else, it will be on this channel. So my goal with my TBR, I need to complete any challenge prompts I get, and I need to complete at least half of the rolls. This year I decided to roll more options because I was having trouble sticking to my TBR and I kept getting distracted with other things, and so far so good. Having more options and only needing to read half of them has worked out a lot better for me. So before we roll the dice for April, let's talk about how I did in the month of March. So this was the stack of physical books I have for the month of March. Let's go through if I read them or not. I'm now realizing I do not have this in order at all, which was not the smartest idea. So as a punishment, I did not complete my February TBR. I need to read the lowest rated book on my shelves, which was Petit Anglais. I am filming this a little bit early. I am starting this today. I'm filming a reading vlog that this will be included in. I will be reading this today, so I'm not going to be taking a punishment because this will be read. But as of right this moment, I have not read this, but I'm not taking a punishment for that. I was then supposed to read The Amber Spyglass, the third and final book in the His Dark Materials trilogy. I have started this but have not finished. I did not get to the Alice Network. I did read Two Twisted Crowns. I did read Powerless. I did read Never. I did not read The Hero of Ages, you guys, or The Great Alone. Two books I was very intimidated by but excited for. I did not read these. And lastly, I had The Never King on Kindle Unlimited, and I did read that. So if you were keeping track, I completed 4 of my 8 rolls, and I have started 2 other books. Well, my challenge book will be read. I'm starting that today, and I have started The Amber Spyglass. So I'm going to call that a success. I am really happy with my reading in March, and the month is not quite over yet. So I'm having the best reading year so far. I'm hoping that it continues. Alright, so going into April, I do not have to pull a challenge prompt at the beginning of this month. I will be participating in the Orilium Spring Equinox readathon. That will be a separate TBR. That should be the next video you are seeing, but there will be hopefully some crossover on the books I get in my Roll the Dice TBR, and hopefully I can fit those into at least most of the prompts for Orilium, or I'm going to have a really stressful reading month in April, which is not the goal. As always, I have lots of buddy reads. I'm not sure what the Who Did This to You book club pick is yet. Again, I'm filming this early. That is the one book club I do try and participate in. I'm going to stop rambling. Let's go roll the dice with a dash of chaos. I'll meet you right back here with my book picks. All right, I'm so excited to get rolling for the month of April. There's a lot going on this month, so hopefully I can get some required reads on my official TBR. Roll number 1, 10, a hard prompt, a random color generator, but this is actually good because one of the Orilium prompts I need is also a random color generator. So we will do that together after. Roll number 2. 7, a hard prompt again. Oh my gosh. An adaptation. For that, I know I'm going to want to read Peter Pan, so I'm going to also replace number 5. Roll number 3. 5, Inkheart. Roll number 4. 4, an easy prompt, and that is double, so we also need a challenge prompt. These always scare me. So instead of 8 rolls, we will be doing 10. Okay, and an easy prompt. I'm going to switch this obviously to 24 in 2024. I just didn't change the slip, so I will pick a priority read off of that list I made. Roll number 5. Oh dear, this is not going well. We have 8 and doubles, but this is a Kindle Unlimited book, A Court This Cruel and Lovely. So let us pull a challenge. Oh, I'm not left-handed. I shouldn't be doing this. A classic. Oh God. Roll number 6. We are halfway through now. We'll call that 11, which is an easy prompt. Part of a series. Roll number 7. 7, a hard prompt. Getting lots of prompts this time. A borrowed book, that's needed. What would have been our final roll, roll 8. 5, Divine Rivals. I'm really excited for this one. Roll number 9. 5, Check and Mate. Roll 10, our final roll, and I will say right now that so far a lot of my required reads are not on here. Oh dear. Okay, Curse of Shadows and Thorns, starting yet another Kindle Unlimited fantasy romance series, and a challenge prompt. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Hello. Wow. This was a rough game. I'm a little nervous for if I can get all these books read. Okay, so the first prompt I got was color. That is a random color generator. I will pop in. I did a screen recording and a screenshot. And at first I was like, oh, that should be pretty easy. A like lime green. And the book that stood out to me was rolled in later on in the game, so I couldn't choose that. So I scoured my bookshelves, my Kindle. I didn't want to Google like books with lime green covers because I didn't want to like have to read some obscure book. So this is a little bit of a stretch. If you can think off the top of your head something with lime green on the cover, it can be like the letters, it can be something small, let me know, because I'm not the most excited for this pick, but I don't have to read it. But anyways, This is Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty. I've had this on my shelf forever, and I don't know if you can see from this far, but one of the colors that was in this lollipop that is shattered was lime green. So there's lime green kind of like bits all over here and then bigger chunks. I hope you can see that. Also, if I wanted to be really picky, this sticker, yard sale sticker I can't get off, is also lime green. This is a more summery feeling, thrillery book. I've only read one Leanne Moriarty. It wasn't my favorite. This seems to be a favorite of many people, and the show has always intrigued me. So I should just knock this off my shelf. It's been on my TBR shelves for literally over 5 years. I should read this, but I'm just not like the most excited for it. The next prompt I got, roll number 2, was adaptation. I have Peter Pan. This is the children's classic version. Sam and I are going to be buddy reading this in the month of April. It is quite short. The version I have is just over 200 pages. I think this is going to be a really quick read. I did start it at one point. This is actually my middle son's copy. It is a classic, so it has a bit of that older language, but I'm looking forward to reading the original source material of Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. This will be in a reading vlog. Roll number 3, I got Inkheart by Cornelia Funk. This was the book I was thinking for lime green, and this is also a really cool, very square book. It's actually an ARC. It's an advanced reader's edition of this book. I got this at my local charity bookshop, so I don't know who around me received an ARC of Inkheart, but I snagged it up. I think my children will really love this series as well. This I need to read for a series I'm doing on my book talk, so keep an eye out for that. Though it's very square, it just made the like margins here really big. I don't know if that was for like notes and annotations, but Inkheart, a middle grade fantasy. Roll number 4, I got doubles. Firstly I got the prompt 23 and 2023, which I am changing to 24 and 2024, obviously, and I am choosing Iron Flame. I'm going to finally read Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. My mom currently has my physical copy because I was taking too long to read it, so she has to return it to me in April now because I really do want to read it. The 3rd book was just announced. Pre-orders have opened. I am forcing myself to not pre-order until I've actually read Iron Flame. I feel like I'm ready. I can do it. I've gotten through my other backlogged pre-order books, and this is the last one that I have. Those are like books I was so excited for, pre-ordered. They arrived at my house and then I didn't pick them up immediately. So I need to get to Iron Flame. It's time. I've put it off for too long. I'm ready. The challenge I got for rolling doubles was adding 2 rolls. So we are up to 10 rolls for this game, which feels like a lot. That also bumps up my mandatory reads to 5+ challenges, which I've been reading around 10 to 12 books per month, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just because I get distracted and I need to focus on what's actually on the list. So we are up to 10 rolls. Roll number 5 was also doubles. For this, I got a Kindle Unlimited book. If you noticed, I did include KU books again for April. I've been missing my Kindle dearly. For the first 3 months this year, I really focused on only books on my physical TBR to be included on my list. But this month I did add some KU books because I want to get back to my Kindle. And so I rolled A Court This Cruel and Lovely by Stasia Stark. This is the beginning of a fantasy romance series that I'm really, really looking forward to. I don't really know the prompts. This says it's a new adult/adult romantasy book. There is steam. It is a slow burn romance. The chili pepper rating will increase with each book. I'll just read the first couple of lines. For years when I fell asleep, I dreamed of a man with blazing green eyes and a cruel smile. The day I met him, the ruthless mercenary leaves me for dead. Just hours after humans are born, the gods take what little power we have. In return, they protect our borders from the vicious, merciless Fae. I'll stop it there. That sounds really good. It is on the longer side. It's almost 600 pages, which I did not realize, but that's fine. I'm really looking forward to starting this series. The challenge I got along with this role was to read a classic, and I had already chosen Peter Pan, so I need to read another classic. I'm also currently in the middle of Little Women, so 2024 is turning into a year for classics for me. I don't know how that happened. I wrote this down, and then I had the thought to include the second Anne of Green Gables book because that is shorter and I'm in the middle of that series, but that is fine. I was trying to decide on like a spring feeling classic, and I chose another children's classic. I think this will be an easy read. This is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I loved this movie as a child, and this is the Scholastic Classic Edition. It is less than 300 pages, so I think that this will also be a quick read, and reading classics just makes me feel good in a like academic way. I do not have an English degree, but it makes me feel smart when I knock some classics off of my list. Roll number 6, I got the Prompt series, and for that I chose the Chestnut Springs series. Sam and I are buddy reading this series, and we are up to Reckless. This is the 4th book, I believe, and this is about Theo, Silva, and Winter, I'm pretty sure. I'm so excited for their story. I know this is like a secret baby trope, small town romance. I love this series with my whole heart, and I cannot wait to read more from Elsie Silver, but I need to get through these books first. I am so sad. I have the first 4 books in these stunning people covers, but the 5th book I did not grab immediately, and these covers are gone. So I'm very sad. I'm gonna have one book that's different than the others on my shelves. Roll number 7, I got the Prompt borrowed. Lots of prompts this month and not so many like books I actually put on the list. And I have so many books borrowed from both my mom and my stepmom that I need to read to return them, but based on the stack of books I have going on, again for Orilium as well as just this game not being very nice to me this month, I'm choosing something. It's still a borrowed book. I guess I could choose a library book too, which I didn't think of, but I'm borrowing from my oldest son. Spy Family Volume 4. These manga are on his bookshelves, but I have been really enjoying reading through this manga series as well. He's on like, I think he finished 8, so I'm trying to catch up to him, and this also works for a prompt I'm going to need for Orilium, so that is another excuse as well as it being just a super short and quick read. Spy X Family is a manga series following a spy named Twilight who's on a mission that requires him to assemble a family, and the members of this family all have secrets and they just get into the funniest shenanigans. I'm smiling constantly reading these, and they're short, quick, like I said. I'm really looking forward to this. Roll number 8, I'm so happy this fit on to my list, is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I cannot wait to read this. This is a YA fantasy. I believe it won the Goodreads Choice Awards, and everyone's been raving about this duology. This will be starting yet another series. Okay. I'm starting a lot of series this month. Oh dear. Okay, anyways, I think I'm really going to love this. It's about 2 writers writing letters to each other, and there's this war. Is it humans versus gods? I'm not really sure. I love when gods play a significant role in my fantasy novels, so I'm really looking forward to this. Roll number 9, I got another YA novel and another YA Goodreads winner. This is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood, a YA romance involving chess. Apparently this is really adorable. It's going to be a short, quick read. I think the cover is absolutely stunning, and the back, it's like this periwinkle into pink. And I love Ali Hazelwood. I have this to read, and I still haven't read Love Theoretically or Bride. Oh my gosh, I have some catching up to do. And lastly, roll number 10 was doubles again. But I did get another fantasy romance on Kindle. I don't think this is Kindle Unlimited. It might be, but I got this in like Stuff Your Kindle Day. This is Curse of Shadows and Thorns by L.J. Andrews, the first book in the Broken Kingdoms series, which is the series that comes before the Ever King, I believe. I wasn't going to read this series prior because there's like 10 books or something, but I guess I am now. This one's shorter than the other one. It's less than 350 pages. This is a bargain between enemies, a curse without an end, a love that will bring a kingdom to its knees. Oh, that's a really long synopsis. I'm not going to continue reading this. Oh, it doesn't have the greatest ratings from my friends, but I'm gonna give it a try. I wanted to read a couple books off of my Kindle that are not just Kindle Unlimited, but like from Stuff Your Kindle Day, because I get like 30 books every time I participate, and then I don't read them. So I'm looking forward to this, and the challenge prompt I got, thank God, was skip. So I got to skip this challenge. My voice is really mad at me. Let me pick up my books and we'll have a little chat. Okay, so this is what my stack of books is looking like. This looks pretty manageable, but I still have Iron Flame, A Court This Cruel and Lovely, which is almost 600 pages, and Curse of Shadows and Thorns. So my stack is probably like this big actually. But again, I only have to read half of them. There are definitely some priorities for me on this list. I need to read 5 of the books, plus I need to read The Secret Garden for sure. So this is my stack. I also have at least 2 other buddy reads with Sam on my list, plus a book club pick, plus the reading vlogs I am trying to wrap up and finally get out to you guys. So I'm going to have quite the reading month in the month of April, but I'm really looking forward to it. Let me know what you think I should prioritize, and if you're participating in Orilium as well. Keep your eyes out on my channel for my Orilium TBR coming in a couple of days. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!